What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am back again with another video, and today's video is going to be a little bit shorter, and as y'all may or may not be able to tell from the title of today's video, I'm going to be telling y'all about one of the rather important workbenches in the game, and that is obviously the Recycler. The Recycler is a bench you'll use from when you're first starting the game, you're first playing, all the way to the point where you're an in-game player and have pretty much everything in the game. The Recycler is a very, very important bench. If you guys do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe. It is absolutely free. You can always change your mind later. And if you're feeling like supporting the channel, you can just simply press the like button. Helps the video do better, helps the channel do better. You have nothing to lose. But anyway, with that being said, let's just get right into the video. So in order to craft the Recycler, you require 20 pine planks, 5 iron plates, 20 bolts, 10 tape, and 10 rubber parts. You craft that. Typically you're only able to craft one, but if you go into the shop for $5, you can purchase the ability to craft a second Recycler. If you're wanting to spend money on the game and this is something that sounds like you'll use the Recycler a lot for, then yeah, you can go ahead and craft it, but to be honest, it's not essential at all. The Recycler is an important part, but you won't be using it that much. So moving over to the Recycler, it has a very, very basic interface. Basically how it works is you take a piece of armor, you can take an electronic circuit, you can take a heat sensor, pretty much anything, and put it in the Recycler, and you can get a chance of that Recycler dropping some items. The amount of items it drops is based off of, for some items, the durability. So if you put in a weapon that has almost no durability, you will get less materials than if you put in a weapon that has full durability. Your percent chance of getting better items gets better the higher level up you are in the 6 categories. Those 6 categories being clothes, melee weapons, mechanics, electronics, firearms, and other. Pretty much every item in the game is sorted into one of those 6 categories. And to recycle it, I think the max level is level 40 or level 50, I'm not exactly sure. But anytime you put an item in the Recycler, you'll get a little bit more of a level up to the Recycler. So if you have a max level in, say, firearms, you'll have a better chance at getting, say, weapon parts or carbon composite than you would be if you were base level. So what I'd recommend is, if you're a newer player, go ahead and craft the Recycler, and if you get armor that is at low durability, whether it's red or just armor that you're not going to use, throw it in the Recycler. You probably won't get as much material for it as you'd hope, but you'll be working your level up, so once you get a higher level in that, when you actually put full durability clothes in there, you can actually recycle it and get good items. I mainly recommend focusing on the firearms section first, because mainly that's what you'll recycle. You'll have a lot of firearms that are low durability. Even if it's just like a one-shot firearm, throw it in there, get a little bit of your firearm level, try and get that max level, and then when you do, you can recycle items like, say, the Winchester. Because if you have max level firearms and you put in a Winchester, you have a 60% chance at a steel bar. There's actually some pretty cool items you can get from recycling. Like, for instance, if you recycle a fishing rod, you can get a steel bar. If you recycle pretty much any weapon, you can get carbon composite and factory parts. You can also recycle a lot of the extra stuff you have, like if you have an extra chopper gas tank, or further down the road an extra ATV transmission will get you a steel bar, but you also do have a good chance at getting a titanium bar. What I recommend is crafting like a 4x4 room that has the Recycler and then 2 or 3 chests of items that you're wanting to recycle. These can pretty much be any item in the game, whether it's a low durability weapon, low durability armor, just spare items you have. Something that I definitely recommend is to, if you have a bunch of like extra chopper parts, like chopper wheels, chopper gas tanks, chopper forks, throw them in there so you can max out your mechanics level, and then whenever you finish the ATV, you can put in an ATV transmission to get a chance at titanium. Or also, a little earlier in the game, if you're trying to get some early titanium, a lot of people don't know this, but a propeller will actually give you titanium. Now, it is only a 5% chance at a max mechanics level, but if you just grind a bunch of propellers once you're done with the boat, you can get some pretty easy extra titanium. The Recycler isn't at all a groundbreaking workbench, but it is a really kind of, not necessarily essential, but a very useful workbench for taking a bunch of useless items. You have a bunch of extra items and getting some stuff that might actually be useful for you. I'm going to go ahead and throw up on the screen pretty much everything that you can recycle, starting with clothes. I definitely recommend it, like I said, if you have lower durability armor, throw it in there to get some higher levels in there. So if you have an extra tactical backpack or an extra military backpack, you can get a chance at a steel bar. Or hazmat, if you're trying to get some lead, you can throw in some hazmat armor and get lead. Or another option also, if you throw a SWAT set in there, you can get a chance at steel bar, so that is very useful. Next on the screen is electronics and mechanics. This is also very, very useful. Like I mentioned before, you can throw in a ATV transmission to get a steel bar and a titanium bar. A propeller will get you a steel plate and a titanium bar. You can also actually throw in engines and generators. If you throw on an engine, you have a chance at a steel plate, or a generator, you get a chance at an aluminum plate. If you throw in factory parts, you can get a chance at a steel bar. Engine parts, a chance at a steel bar. Or you also get a chance at lead, but any like small items like this that you throw into the recycler will get you some other items that actually can possibly be useful. Now on the screen is melee weapons. To be completely honest, I really don't recycle melee weapons all that much. As you can see in the recycler, I have melee weapons level 6 and other level 6, so to be honest, I really don't use them necessarily much. What I mainly use are mechanics, electronics, and firearms, because those are, in my opinion, have the best rewards. So really, melee weapons I don't do a lot of recycling for. But like I said, I do a lot of firearms, mainly the Winchester. It's an absolutely horrible weapon. But if you have the recycler leveled up pretty high, then you have a really good chance of getting a steel bar, which no matter what point you are in the game, you will still find steel pretty useful. And then, of course, springs, carbon composite, weapon parts, a chance at some blueprints if it's a weapon that has blueprints. Those will help you with your weapon mods, and this is probably the best way to get some of those items. So I think first thing you need to do is, like I said, get a higher level with your firearms. And then last thing, other. This is just other random miscellaneous stuff you'll probably have lying around. Like if you have an extra workbench, you can recycle it to get some items. If you have some if you have a couch, you can recycle it for some oak logs. Like I said again, I only have other level 5, so I don't really use it that much. But if there's something on here that you have a little bit extra of, that you don't see yourself using at all, just throw it in the recycler, get some items that you may actually use. Basically what the recycler is you just take items that you have a bunch of that you have absolutely no use in using and put them in the recycler, get some items that you might actually have a chance of using. It basically just takes items that to you are useless and will make them hopefully useful. And that is the video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. I know this video is a lot shorter and probably a lot less interesting than my videos typically are, but I just figured I haven't made a guide on pretty much anything like this in a while, so I might as well try it out, see how the videos do. If this video does well, I might make some more guides on other benches in the future, so if there's another bench or anything else that you want to see kind of a guide on how to use, leave them in the comments down below. If you have any questions about the recycler or just the game in general, you can also ask them down below. I will do my best to answer every single question to the best of my ability, or if you want, as always, Discord. Link for that is in the description, so if you have any questions or you just want to talk, then you can go there, check that out. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all for me. I hope you guys do all have an amazing rest of y'all's day. I'm out. Peace.